Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be finally doing an update, a proper tarot reading for Taemin since he's out of the military enlistment. He's finally done with that, so I can properly read for his energy. So yes, let's see the cards that he got, and I also pulled some extra from the oracle. And he got the Ace of Wands, the Strength card, the Emperor, Page of Cups, Queen of Swords. Then from the Oracle of Dark Mirror, he got the card of Colorless Angel. Then the card of Moon in Virgo Order. And from this from these cards that are actually in Spanish, because these are made by a sort of holistic therapist here in Argentina, and these are in Spanish. But I decided to pull an extra message for him, and he got the the message of wait. And then I'm going to read or translate actually to English what it says. Um, so yes, I definitely I am very much amazed at how strong these cards are. At least the tarot cards are very strong, very like he's ready to start action, like he's ready to work. I would say he's ready to rule you all, to be the king of your hearts, to take back his power, to be owner of everything. I don't know, but it seems like when it comes to the exterior side of Taemin, maybe he has, or he's going to have activities, or he's going to be summoned to be active in a lot of places, and I think he's going to do it like very energetically, like in the sense that you will see him starting new projects and like incorporated back again in his activities, either individuals or with the group. There's like a lot of energy here, a lot of energy. He definitely is ready. He's ready for a passionate new beginning. He has his strengths. He's ready. He's like 100% like focused, and yeah, he's going to come for everyone's necks. Like, I don't know, I feel him very passionate, like all of the sudden, very determined. And I think that I did mention this. About Taemin, actually, this whole experience in the military somehow helping him connect with his more maybe masculine side or with his more raw side. So he definitely comes back with a strong sense of wanting to dominate. And I think that when it comes to his creations and his space and his influence in this business, I think he's ready to get his crown back. Definitely, I think that he has all this very passionate energy. That I think that there's an aspect here with the strength card that definitely I can see that probably he needs to control his excitement a bit, or his impulsivity to start right away, or it seems like he's ready, and no one is stopping him, like he's not listening to anyone. He wants to be like the emperor. He's feeling very passionate. He's feeling very like energetically and more physically. I think that he doesn't feel tired at all. Actually, I think that he had been accumulating a lot of strength, a lot of stamina, I would say. And he's like, okay, I need to assert my dominion in here. I need to remind everyone that I am the emperor, literally. He has the emperor. So I think that his attitude is going to be very, very strong, very very serious about his accomplishment, like not fooling around. Um, and also, he's going to be a bit harsh when it comes to expressing his love for the fans, and also how much he had missed you, how much he had missed everything. Probably here with the Queen of Wands, he can also sound a bit harsh when he talks. I don't know if he's going to have a sort of interview, or the fans are going to ask him some questions about how was it like, or what was the experience, and him being ready, to open up his heart, to be very honest, but at the same time to also be very, like, probably, very cold and detached, like talking about it, but from a very, almost from a place of like, yeah, I don't want to give it that much, like, attention. The important thing is that I'm here, and that and that I fulfill my role. Very trying to be very formal and very professional, but yeah, I think that definitely there's a lot of softness inside of him. He definitely wants to, like, be in front of the fans, but probably he's afraid of like breaking or showing vulnerability in front of the fans, so he will have this. At first you will see him like having this attitude of like, oh yes, everything is okay, like, yes, everything is perfect, yes, it's like as if he never went away. And probably the fans are going to be a bit suspicious at how fast he wants things to go, somehow he wants. And this also, like, it caught my attention at the same time, because I was like, wow, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Strength card, you have the Emperor, and you also have this Queen of Swords here looking at the future. So definitely I think that he's ready to put this experience behind, but it seems like he's doing it like too fast, or maybe, trying to show a very a very powerful image to not address certain things, and I think that that's very valid, and actually it does make sense, because he definitely wants to get back to his work, to his lifestyle, and he doesn't want people to feel pity for him, or to ruin the celebration, or to ruin the possibilities that he has to keep expanding as an artist with events that happened in this time. He doesn't want to be associated with that. So maybe, this Emperor that we see here, this Ace of Wands, it is about, okay, I'm showing you that somehow I'm tougher than before, or that I am very much in control, and that, yeah, maybe I sound like very, like, structured, and a bit strict, and he's going to sound a bit like robotic, a bit, like really, like like as if he was wearing like a sort of a shield, as if he was wearing like some parts of a costume that protects him from the exterior, that hides his real wounds. This means that his wounds are on the inside, not on the exterior. But because if you notice the card of the Emperor used to be like a fighter, like used to be a soldier, but he won a lot of battles, so this is why he's able to also rule over others, and he no longer goes to battle. He just sits and sends others to battle. He had done his share. He had his battles in the past. So I think that in this case, Taemin energy is like, okay, now that I'm sitting here in this room, now that I'm owning my experience, and I'm finally sitting here from a very place of ownership and leadership. So you're going to see him like being very, very passionate and serious about this comeback, about this returning. Definitely you could like somehow, it depends of who observes him, and of course the fans know him very well, but probably he will have this attitude of looking very grown up or looking very serious, like very like like an emperor, with this very straight like face expression, and the piercing eyes, and everything being very on control. I think that this is what he wants to gain back. He wants to have his life back. He wants to go back to his life where he has control. So probably, he's going to be a bit intimidating at first. It's like, oh, but yeah, we just have to give him time. I think that probably the image that you're going to be presented at first is going to be an image of him being very excited and very, very busy already with a lot of things to work on. But yes, this sort of like serious energy, and also like this very, I don't know, a very masculine, very like a stubborn kind of energy. But inside of him, there's still the sweet Taemin that because he has the Page of Cups. So definitely, he's not closed off. It's not that he's closing himself off to the fans, but probably he is a bit on the defensive about showing his vulnerability regarding that experience. Probably there are some people that want to, make some money out of making like a sort of very uncomfortable questions about what he went through, or about like, okay, how are you feeling right now? Tell me how you feel. Open up about how you feel. And actually, he doesn't want to talk about how he feels. He's not ready to connect with that vulnerable side. He wants to get back to work. He wants to get back to being a soldier, so somehow to put his energy and his passion for the group, for the fans, and to keep, the machine running. He's not interested in showing that. He doesn't want people to feel pity for him. This is, I believe, this is what I'm seeing here. So he's going to show, or probably if he answers questions, he's going to be very sharp about it, very, not leaving a yes and no, and that's it. But always in control. I think that you're going to see a timing that is always going to be in control, and probably this is something that he's going to talk with the company, with the members, about this way he will want to carry himself, in a way that he's going to take a bit more of leadership about his life and about his decisions. And he probably is going to have a lot of conditions about how he wants to work from now on. And all of this has to do with him setting also healthy boundaries between people, and not accepting situations or people that he feels that are disrespectful, and or that wants to invade his privacy. Him being very straightforward about, possible haters or just people being annoying with him. I think that he's much more mature, and he's very much decided. He's very much determined to be the ruler of his life, to be a protagonist, to be an emperor, to be on control. So yeah, a lot of people will have to adapt to this new side of him. And then, yeah, from the Oracle of the Dark Mirror, he got the card of Colorless Angel. And this card, it has a sentence that it says, "It is better not to feel rather than feel pain." So I think that That definitely you could, because I did see a few pictures of Taemin, and he looks a bit like, even though he looks amazing, he looks a bit tired, so I don't know if maybe this card of the oracle, colorless angel, it means about him actually like somehow looking colorless, like probably people like thinking like, oh, there's something missing in him, yeah, he's there, but there's something missing in him. And probably it has to do with him being a bit numb, him feeling a bit like tired, exhausted emotionally, that he doesn't want to feel anything, and probably also if he's taking some kind of medication or something, probably this is like a secondary effect, when you see that actually he's a bit absent, or probably that he's not that communicative, or that he looks different, and this is not about his appearance. No, this is more about his essence. There's something about his essence that has changed. So somehow I don't know if people expect him to see him more radiant or more energetic. He will definitely be energetic, but I think that he will show it when it comes to work, or projects, but probably when it comes to, I don't know, I don't know if he will have a sort of interview or if he will interact with people online, and people will be like, oh, it looks like you are different, like a bit of exhaustion coming from him. Him actually, I don't know if he's looking a bit like slower, or looking like he is a bit on pause, or or too much in his head. I don't know, but definitely this is a whole process. So people should wait definitely on like one of these cards that he got here. He shouldn't have to act in any other way that he doesn't want to or feel like. I mean, he's no clown. So people should be also respectful and not expect their idols. Oh, because you are back, oh, come on, entertain me. No, he definitely has his process to make, and people have to wait and be thankful with what you get from him, but also be patient. Actually, I don't think that it's the fans complaining, but there are always people on the internet talking nonsense. So that could be also. Then with the moon in Virgo, it's about order. He definitely this year is going to be probably a very like it's a year where he has to put in order a lot of things in his life. Not only his mind, probably a lot of matters in his life, a lot of physical things also. I don't know, he wanting to change a few things about where he lives or how he was living. I think that somehow, probably, I don't know much about Taemin, but it could be possible that he had developed a sort of OCD, in the sense that I don't know if he is OCD or if he has, this trait of wanting everything to be in order for him to feel good with himself. He needs everything in order. I feel like after this experience in the military, probably he feels the need to be more ordered, more organized with his things, with his matters. It seems like he will get more proactive also in this sense about ordering a lot of things in his life. It can be from physical things, from stuff, and also about his own mind, and also about people in his life. Probably, he's going to do some declutter. So definitely, be ready to see him doing a sort of list of do's and don'ts, and I think that this is a sort of mechanism that it helps him to feel, to get back to his element, and to get back to finding a way to feel more at home and feel like probably like in his body to be okay, to feel like he's recovering his senses, and also, dancing, practicing, and the choreos and the creation and the creative process and music in general is going to heal him a lot because he needs that. He needs his body to move. I think that, I don't know why, but I feel like he's very stiff. He's very. I feel like even he could have like some like back pain or neck pain. Some constructors. Contractors in his back or either in his neck because of all the stress or because of actually him feeling very tense. I think that he definitely needs to do some kind of therapy, like that it could be about massages, so he can like slowly recover the flexibility and also the, feeling his body more light. There's something about his bones also, like he feels like his body is very tense. Even though he says that he's okay, I don't know. I feel it on me. That's why I usually don't feel anything when I'm reading for someone. But with him, I'm feeling it, especially in the part of the neck. I'm feeling like a lot of like, tension on his shoulders. So he should, get some kind of a treatment or going to a spa. But I think that dancing is going to also do him good. And the last card that he got, that this is from this oracle that is in Spanish, that is a message, and I'm going to translate it to English here for you guys. The card says, I translated to wait, that it, but it's like it's the exclamation of hold on, something like this, or if I ask you to wait, wait, or hold on, it can be also translated to English. And it says, there are moments where there's no need to act. This is one of them. Sit down and contemplate what's going on. Process it. Connect with yourself. So the surroundings or everything around you can accommodate itself. And it says, there's a phrase that it's for that person to repeat to themselves, so they can, it's a sort of mantra. And it says, I am aligning in body, mind, and soul, in absolute contact with my feelings. So yeah, I think that definitely this message, it has to do with him aligning with him aligning his body, his mind, and his soul, because I don't know why, but I feel like while he was in there completing his duty, maybe he was out of his body. He wasn't really present. Like he would do, but there was a part that was totally like separated from him, and like I mentioned, it can be, the it could be a response to if he was having some pills or some medication. It can be a side effect as well. So now now that he's going back to his normal routine, he has to be patient with himself. There's no need to go back to action right now. That take your time, because he needs to align these three aspects of himself. It seems like they were separated, they were scattered, and that he was just like, yes, using his body, his mind, but in automatic. And somehow there's something about his soul being very excluded of this, you know. And so he has to integrate different aspects of himself, also to recover sensitivity. I think that he left the sensitivity or the ability to be vulnerable outside. He left it out because, you know, because of the overwhelming emotions, of course. But now he needs to bring it back. So it's a whole process. It's a whole process because he has to connect with feeling again. And you know, like I told you, he has the Page of Cups, so definitely there are feelings in there, you know, waiting to come out. But he will not let them because he doesn't want to break. You know, he doesn't want to show vulnerability yet. He's not ready. So if people are going to support him or show him support in one of, I don't know if he's going to do like a live or is going to connect with the fans, please try to not ask too personal questions. Like try to, you know, show him love, but don't go that deep with him because he's still in the process of connecting the different sides of himself, you know. That everything is going to accommodate. Every little part of him is going to accommodate when the time is right. But for now, it's better to hold on. It's better to wait. You know, it's better to not rush the process because for each thing, you know, each moment, each process, it has a you know, a rhythm. And it depends. And also, if we think about if he was having some medication, you know, this can also alter or interfere in things accommodating normally or regulate themselves. So yes, we have to be patient with him, and he has to be patient with himself, not to force him to go right away to action. You know, like I mentioned, it seems like he's ready. He's, you know, he's in his mind, in his body. He's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm back to work. What do I have to do? You know, he wants to keep himself busy. You know, he doesn't want to sit down and think and reflect. You know, he's afraid of that. But at the same time, you know, eventually when he starts to connect with himself, his own body is going to ask him to, you know, to integrate, you know, to go back to himself, to be himself. So yes, this is all I have for him. I hope that it made sense, and thank you so much, guys, for watching me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.